stage because some of you probably don't even know them. Dr. Sierra Deverker is a team lead who has been with Nu Skin 20 years. Okay, Sierra is an equine veterinarian who runs a sports medicine practice in 4 states. In her free time, she's my kind of girl. She enjoys spending time with her husband, Clark, in Montana, hiking, snowboarding, fly fishing, hello girl, and playing with her spirited daughter, Madeline, who has already declared that she wants to be like mom, Mimi's footsteps, and become Nu Skin team elite. Is that right?
Oh, yes.
That is amazing. All right, welcome. Also, we have Tara Murray, who has been married for 24 years. Girl, you went for 4 years. That is amazing. To her husband, Brian, and it is a mom to 5 kids, ages 22, 12. Tara is a qualifying team elite, congrats. Nora is the children ambassador, 5-time street burner, and has won the Collagen Plus Leaderboard Challenge 3 times. Whoa, all right. This is what I'm talking about. These are the gurus of subscription. Okay, but I also heard, Tara, that you have a nickname that is Toothpaste Tara.
I do.
All right. Tara, let's start with that. How do you earn that nickname?
Well, when I first started with Nu Skin, I only sold toothpaste. So I enlisted my friends and my family to help me on Facebook promote it. So every time somebody went on Facebook, there was a post about toothpaste. So I became well known for toothpaste, and one of the dads on my son's basketball team started calling me TPT, which was short for Toothpaste Tara. And it just caught on. So when it came time for me to set up my VIP group and my Instagram page, people had been calling me Toothpaste Tara, so I just ran with it. And
TPT.
yeah, 5 years later, I mean, I obviously share more than just the toothpaste, but the nickname has become part of my brand.
All right, now you know, that's pretty cool. Pretty much that's a way to establish a brand and a name for yourself. Well, I know you, our audience, must have lots of questions about subscription. Is that right? Oh my goodness, is that right? All right, so let's start diving in. The first question is, if we're going to start talking about subscription, then why subscription? So let's start with you, Sierra.
Okay, so for me, subscriptions have been the foundation of my 20-year-old business. It's how I've grown a sustainable customer base and also how I upgrade customer experiences for a lasting benefit on a monthly basis. I teach the importance of subscriptions to my own team so that they know how to maximize building bonuses and then add value to the customer on a monthly basis as well, to allow for these consumable, results-driven products that they'll want to continue using month over month. Value-added subscriptions not only create happy customers, but also open the door to people looking for an opportunity or to make income by way of recommending our incredible products and then upgrading their experience.
So what about you, Tara? Why subscription for you?
So who here cringes when they hear the word subscription?
Oh, we have a couple of people
Yeah.
raising their hands.
Most of us have probably been on a subscription before where we've gotten stuck with a bunch of products or clothes or shaving kits or whatever it is that just pile up and that we don't use. So, I think that we've all been in that situation, and it's important to acknowledge that a lot of people already have a negative mindset when it comes to subscriptions. So instead of avoiding talking about it, what we want to do is we want to address that, and we want to put our customers' minds at ease. I think back to the story that Bug shared with us when we were here in July about when he and his wife were dating, and every time he went to grab her hand or to give her a kiss, she kept saying, ew. And I think that sometimes people feel the same way about subscriptions. We need to let our customers know and understand that our subscription is a good thing, and we need to show them how it's different from other subscriptions that they might have had in the past. So we want to change that ew to an ooh. So if you have a negative connotation about subscriptions, then the first thing that you need to do is change it. And here's why. I think that most of us love to get a good deal on something. How many of us have bought something and then it went on sale the following week? Bummer, right? Yeah. So everyone likes a discount, and we can set our customers up to save money through our subscriptions. And I'm sure that we all run our businesses a little bit differently, but for me, I want to give my customers the best deal and the biggest bang for their buck. And that's exactly what the subscription does. When you set someone up on subscription, that customer gets a discount on their order. And not only that, but they get priority shipping, they get rewards points, and then they get a freebie from New Skin. So it's a no-brainer. Subscriptions let our customers know that they're valued. And we're going to go over how to set up the subscription, but I think it's important to first understand the why behind it. And the subscription is a win-win. It helps you and your business with monthly volume, and then it helps your customers to get the best value on amazing products.
Thank you, ladies. I think actually Bach owes me a story. I want to hear how his wife went from ew to oh. All right. And I hope you're taking notes because from now on, we're going to go with subscription from ew to oh. All right. So the other thing that I love is that you talk about that subscription pretty much is a win-win situation. And I know with this pretty much we can establish a long-time customer, getting customers elite through the products they need when they need them. Indeed, customers benefit from discounts and affiliate benefits from the building bonuses. So that's the win-win situation right there. I also like to talk about just how big of a difference subscription can make. So let's start now with you, Tara. I think my next question is, how have subscription impacted the growth of your business?
So as a brand affiliate, one of our goals every month is to get to double bonus earner, right? We want to get in that 35 to 40% commission bracket as early as we can in the month so that we're maximizing our bonuses early on. And one of the best ways to do this is through subscriptions. If you have subscription volume every month, especially if you can get your customer to set it up at the first week of the month, that helps you get to double bonus earner sooner. And do we stop once we get to double bonus earner? No. At that point, we're moving and shaking because we know we're in that higher commission bracket. And as our volume increases and our commissions increase, guess what else increases? Our trip points, right? So raise your hand if you've been on a success trip. Woo! I mean, they are amazing, right? So we are talking 5-star trips where we're totally spoiled by New Skin. And I don't know too many people that have been on a success trip and then they're like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go on another one. So use your subscriptions as a way to earn trip points every month and then teach your team to do the same. And don't underestimate the power of success trips because there are people that join this business just for the trips. And then subscriptions help create customer loyalty and longevity. So when someone signs up for a subscription, they're putting their trust in both the product and in you as their brand affiliate. And that trust is part of developing a relationship, which can lead to that customer joining your team. I think customers who are on subscription, they're obviously loving the product, and that makes for a natural segue into asking them to join your team. Just say, Sally, you already love the products like I do. Have you ever thought about sharing them to make extra money? And then as you bring new people on, you'll teach your team, help them to map out a way to earn Success Trip and teach them the importance of subscriptions and getting there.
That is excellent. And you know what I love is that if subscription is not a strong enough incentive for you, then earning points for the Success Trip should be. So I love how you embrace this strategy of not leaving any loose ends anywhere. So okay, my next question, we'll start with you, Sierra. So it is, how do you offer subscription?
Absolutely. So for me, it's the absolute best way to order any product, right? You get the triple benefit of the Enjoy points, the monthly bonus products, and my favorite as a clinician is client compliance. If it's showing up on their doorstep every month, they're more likely to remember to use it if they haven't the month before, right? So you get really good customer compliance with that, and it's all about educating the client on why it's the very best option. So I ask them, are you looking for lasting results with that product that you're loving? Do you like free products? And do you want free products to go shopping? Those are just some of the things I use. I also let them know that they can cancel at any time, put it on hold at any time, and I feel like Tara said, addressing that up front really sets them up for success, and they build that trust with you as a customer that you can have for life.
So for me, when someone asks about a product, I like to give them options, and I show them why the subscription is going to be the best deal for them. So whether I do a post or whether somebody does a referral post for me, when someone comments and requests more information, I always send that person a message in Messenger, and I just lay out the options for them. I think we have a slide. So here's just some sample wording. Again, it's about options. You want to give them choices. Not a yes or no choice, but A, B, and C. So I offer 3 options, and I explain the difference between retail pricing, member pricing, and then subscription pricing. And then I tell them why the subscription is the way to go. So whether you set somebody up as a retail customer or a member, they're still getting a discount when they sign up for the subscription. Plus they get other perks like the Enjoy Rewards points, they get the freebie every month, and then they get priority shipping. So the goal is to provide all of the options and then to help your customer make an informed decision. And our subscriptions let the customer know that they're valued and that they'll be taken care of, and it should be a no-brainer.
This is brilliant, and I have to say, I think no one likes to be told what to do. So the fact that you guys completely allowed the person, by pretty much giving the different options, it becomes like a no-brainer for them to decide to go into subscription, because it is kind of like the best deal for them too. So that is thank you, and thank you so much for sharing that strategy. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they are really going into the nitty-gritty details, even sharing the messages that they use with their customers. So everyone please take notes or screenshots, because that is the reason why they have been so successful. All right, my next question is going to be for Sierra. We're going to start with you, okay? And then the next question is, what is the messaging that you use?
To what?
Subscription, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So for me, product results keep them on the product, right? And I want to make sure they're having visual, emotional, consumable results, right? Those elements keep them on the product. So before and afters that they take themselves are highly encouraged to get their own product experience, because a lot of people forget what they might have looked like before starting on products, right? Many love the points that accrue, and you can use them for free shopping points, right? Everybody loves a good freebie that accumulates, so making sure people know that, hey, you've got points in there, you want to go shopping, I think is key, and educating them on, what benefits they actually do have. So when I'm following up with customers, Jane and Sally, I'll ask things like, how are you loving your product? Keyword there for me is loving, right? I'm leading into, yes, you probably are loving it, right? And then what other beauty issues are you looking to conquer or improve? So I'm asking them so that we can have a dialogue as to what's best for them, or what are they looking to achieve? Because if I throw out one product that I think they might be interested in, they might have a completely other need, So for me, it's about asking that question, what do you need? How can I help? And then filling that in with your recommendation based on our incredible product line, right? So examples being, hey, we have this amazing firming cream, or the #1 world's best beauty device. Are you interested? And if they don't have something they want to conquer, I'll throw those out, and I'll say something like, hey, we have this incredible tanning gel. Are you interested? No, not interested in tanning at all. Awesome. Well, do you like looking more youthful, or would you like to have more energy? Something like that, right? So most love this curated experience, but also to be a participant in that process. But they also like to be recommended a product to target an issue that they're looking to conquer, if you will. And so I'm always asking, are you loving it? Are there other beauty issues? That kind of thing. And what can I help you improve, right? And opening up that door for a conversation to make further recommendations. And not only does that turn into adding to their subscription usually, but, oh wait, well, I don't need that, but I have a friend that might need that, or maybe you should talk to me about the rest of the products. Talk to me about this opportunity, and what's this trip you're posting about, right? So having that conversation will up-level the experience for them and for you, right? So I do that in a few different ways, staying top of mind for them, posting in VIP groups, sharing on your wall, your stories on whatever platform, but to include messenger chats, like we talked about, for people that are on product, all on collagen, where you're staying top of mind and checking in. I check in typically at 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. But I've got people that have been on product for decades that love it, and it's because of that platform of trust in the beginning that they know they're going to be taken care of, and I'm there if they've got any questions. So additionally, I'll ask, do you have any friends that are looking to get similar results, right? And upgrading that experience for them. So like I said, oftentimes that turns into a robust subscription and a customer for life.
So I think something that I'm learning from you ladies, and probably one of the keys of your success, is how involved you are with the customer journey, really learning and asking them. I think the customers not always want to feel like they're being sold something, but you just use the word, I want to learn more from them. What are their needs? What they're why they're so interested in this or that, and then you can make other recommendations. This is crucial, and please, this is the reason why they have been so successful. So it's not so pushy. It really feels like you are just taking care of them in a way that they feel special. All right, so again, let's recap here. Creating those visuals, emotional and consumable appeals, and timing them right is the foundation then. And from there, you can recommend new products. All right, that is fabulous. So let's talk more about the product. So let's start with this question with you, Tara, and then you can continue, Sarah. What products are the best to promote in the subscription?
So anything can be put on subscription. I mean, if a customer has a favorite product that they continually order, then you can offer to put those products on subscription for them. This could be toothpaste, body butter, firming cream, whatever it is they use in their daily routine. I mean, they're all great subscription products. We don't always know how quickly someone is going to go through these products because it varies from person to person, but they're still great products to offer on subscription. However, there are certain products that New Skin has made it very easy to set up on subscription because they're a 1-month supply. So supplements like our collagen or our new biome or our tea green, those are all ideal products to focus on for subscriptions because they're naturally occurring orders and they're not something that somebody's just going to take for 1 month and then stop. So these are products that the customer will continue to take month after month, and it only makes sense to set them up as a subscription.
And for me, yeah, I feel like I'm taking from their experience. If they're not on a subscription, right, they're missing out on those freebies. So the products that are best for starting and maintaining subscriptions for me is anything that's consumable on a monthly basis. And most of our products are packaged that way. So not only are they consumable on a monthly basis, but people want to have those results for a longer period of time. So all of our products are results driven in my experience, so customers get this excellent experience, they see benefits that are demonstrated on their own skin and in their bodies, and once those results come from their head to their heart, it becomes an emotional reaction, and you have a long-term customer that doesn't want to go back to whatever it was that was ailing them before in that pain point, right? So for me, I started with the Pharmanex supplements 20 years ago. I built a business with LifePak supplements and our biophotonic scanner. And my goal was to show people how they could objectively measure their oxidative stress in their body and then give them something like our supplements that were going to work to improve that, right? So these results for these customers have created lifetime customers for me for the past 20 years that have been on subscription. And recently, collagen and soon to be Meta that we can put on subscription have become the queens of subscription, you guys, to add on to those foundations. Where I'm truly seeing people up-leveling their game and not only staying on subscription, but going, hey, can I get a couple more for my friend, my sister, my brother, whatever, my best friend, right? And then, hello, our opportunity, right? So it opens the door for so much more.
That's great. Well, truly anything can be put on a subscription. But for both, I think you concentrate on supplements and skincare products that are everyday staples. So, and you mentioned Collagen Plus, Meta, even new biome, like anything that it is kind of like a month of consumption have been kind of like the kings and queens of subscription here in products. Okay, so the next question that I'm going to ask you will be, I really want for us to talk more about how subscriptions as a business lever on how subscription can differ from other strategies like, especially like bulk kits. That is, I think a lot of people have that question. And also I'm curious about how you will move a customer from one to the end to the other end. So I know this is like super loaded. So pretty much what I'm asking here is what I want to know is the step-by-step process for getting a customer into a subscription.
So once someone has opted for a subscription, there are several ways that you can set it up. You can send your customer a link to order. They can go on their account and they can order themselves, or you can help them create the subscription. It's usually best to have the customer create the subscription so that they know where to go to manage it. It's empowering for them, it makes it easy on you. We can obviously walk them through how to do this, and you can just send them a message that says, give me a call and I'll walk you through the process online. The surest way or the easiest way is to use a link to order, and that's done through the My New Skin app. So how many of you guys use links to send to your customers? They're easy, right? So you create the link, you send it to your customer, they fill it out, and then New Skin does the rest. So if you don't know how to create a link, just get with your upline and they can show you how. I can tell you that links are a huge time saver, and they will simplify your business. So if you aren't using them, then you might want to start. And our customers love them too because they're easy. And yes, they're easy, but how many of you have sent a link that sits incomplete after sending it, right? I think it's helpful to put an expiration date on the links when you're sending them. So when you send the link, you can let your customer know this link will expire in 24 or 48 hours. And that's just a sample message right here. But you have to set it up that way in the app. So setting an expiration date and letting your customer know that it's going to expire will create urgency in them, and they're more likely to complete the link as soon as they have a chance. And then if the link is not used within that time frame, then I will follow up and I'll send them a reminder.
That is great.
The slide, yes. So it's just a follow-up that says, I wanted to make sure that your order went through. You should have received an email from New Skin, and let me know if there are any issues and I could resend it.
Wow. So this is great information, and I love that you, again, are being so generous with the entire strategy. I think the other question that we have is, I want to know, and I really want to get into the nitty-gritty details on, here is my next question to you. How do you transition from bulk kits to subscription? So let's start with you, Sierra.
Okay, so the product from the bulk kit, I call it a gateway experience in many cases, right? Knowing that we've got over 200 plus SKUs with New Skin that are incredible products. So it's their first experience possibly to New Skin, so upgrading them is key, and that's the next step. So that comes by way of making a recommendation for someone to take a look at a subscription after their initial experience that hopefully has been very positive with that relationship with you, right? So if they're loving it, then they won't want to be without it, right? So messenger clips are key for me, where I make that transition and tell somebody, hey, how are you loving that product? Definitely don't want to be running out, or are you getting close to the bottom of the box, something like that. It starts that conversation, right? So for example, colleges is an excellent recommendation for any product experience, and is also a great subscription item. So anyone wanting to firm up their body, for example, with our firming cream, is probably going to want to firm up their face too, right? So don't leave that one unaddressed. And then I break down the pricing for them and give them the options. And most take me up on the $99, for example, for subscription for collagen, and the free points and the free gifts, right? I would be doing them a disservice if I wasn't breaking that down for them and telling them that there was more there, right? So not only are you getting a great experience, but let me help you get more from what you're already loving, right?
So what I see is the majority of your customers, they get super excited for the pricing breakdown and the consistent 99 plus, a free product. That is probably what they find it irresistible about subscription. Now, since both of you have systems for making the transition yourselves as an affiliate, I'm curious about how do you get your team to do it? Do they do it the same way that you do it, or do they have their own methods? So let's start with you, Tara. How do you train your team to move from the bulk kit purchase to subscription offerings?
So on our team, we do both. It's not either or. I think we all know the importance of bulks for our businesses. They mentioned this morning that they account for over 30% of our volume. So the great thing about the bulks that we're offering, like the new biome, is that they can transition easily into a subscription. So if you have a customer that starts out wanting to just try 1 month, what I'll do is I'll follow up that next month, and I'll see if I can transition them to a subscription. If somebody has a product that they order again and again, just offer to put it on subscription. And this is where the follow-up becomes so important. You know, we hear over and over, the fortune is in the follow-up, but train your teams to follow up, because when you sell someone a product, you need to follow up with them. You need to see how they're liking it. Typically, once I mail something out, I will follow up within that first week to make sure that they've received it, and if they have any questions for me. And this is a great time to remind them to take a before picture so that they can track their progress with that product they're using. And then just let them know that you're going to be following up with them again in a couple weeks, and to check in and to get their feedback. So at or around the 1 month mark, you want to follow up and you want to see how they're liking it and if they need a refill. And obviously, if they're ready for a refill, it's the perfect time to transition them to a subscription.
All right, that is great. I'm going to ask the audience one question. What was the key word right here? Follow? Follow what? Follow up. All right, so write it down. It seems that there is a lot of follow-up you do, so I have a follow-up question for you. Do you assign a date of the week or set reminders for yourself? How do you keep track of all your clients?
Well, I'm still old school and I write everything down, so I'm part of the notebook crowd. I have my calendar and my order book where I track everything. And I do try and stick with a system called Follow Up Friday, where I will go back to the previous week's orders and make sure that they receive them. And I go back to the previous month's orders and check in and see how they're liking their products. I know that we have the app called Connect, which is a huge help in sending messages. So for me, it's just a matter of adding all of my customers into that app, which I discussed with my daughter before I came here, so I think she's gonna do it for me.
That is great. Pretty much Connect is kind of like your personal assistant, and I know it's probably a little hard to transition from your method to the app, but in the future, like if you guys have not started doing these follow-ups, this is the way, great way to start also with the follow-up. Now, Sierra, what about you? Same question. How do you train your team to move from bulk kit purchases to subscription offerings?
Awesome. Okay, so quickly after becoming a brand affiliate and their first sign up, right, I encourage my team to set up their own subscription for products that they're going to use themselves. And maybe answer questions on what products those are, right? If they don't know yet, that's me offering up solutions to what they might be looking for. So I love the idea of being a true product of the product, and personally, I've used 40 plus products today before getting on stage. So when you use and love the products yourself, you become a walking billboard for your brand, right? And these products that you recommend to others, they will then integrate into their long-term beauty routine. So first and foremost, it's getting them to be a product of the product, setting up their own subscription, right? And then having their own product experiences, they'll know what to recommend, right? To upgrade somebody else from their maybe gateway product from a bulk kit. So the wholesale cost on subscription is a huge benefit, plus the monthly free products and the enjoyment points. I call it the triple win, right? And no-brainer, right? It's our new hashtag. So for the individual brand affiliates selling bulk kits, I encourage their own personal use of other products so that they can elevate their own personal new skin experience and have that belief in repertoire products so that they can recommend when those needs come up from a customer and they're looking for X, Y, or Z product to help with these things, they then become familiar themselves because they've used it, right? So for customers, that have been sold through bulk kits, the fortune's truly in the follow-up and upgrading that experience for them with everything else that we have available.
Well, that is great. Thank you so much for sharing that. It sounds like both of you know how to create excitement for the products on your team. Now, I want to explore exactly how you and your teams are getting the word out to all these eager customers. So the next question, let's start with you again, Sierra, then we go with Tara. And the question is, what is the step-by-step, again, write it down, the step-by-step process in training your team to encourage subscription?
Okay, so subscriptions are the key to leverage. Volume that shows up month over month so that you can break barriers in your volume. You build that foundation and you're one step further ahead each month. So building that happy customer base on subscription can lead to this healthy organization, which ultimately is the goal for anyone aligned with this business opportunity, right? So bulks being the gateway to other products, and then subscription on top of that, you're building a house. Sorry, my father was a contractor for 30 years. So you build that foundation, then you can build a framework and start filling in the rest for somebody and offering that opportunity. So upgrading the conversation to allow them to explore what we truly have, right? So for example, if they're loving the firming cream, introducing them to my VIP group so that they can be exposed to so much more that they might not even know they need yet because I've delivered a before and after and they're going, what is that? I might need that, right? So explaining those benefits from, that exposure to then show them what we've got. And, no one wants to be stuck with something that they have difficulty canceling like we've addressed, but I explain how easy that is and I conquer that topic right off of the bat so that we can stay top of mind and people know and can feel comfortable in that relationship and with that choice so it can turn into so much more. So I make sure that the team knows the benefits of the subscription so that they can explain that to somebody brand new, right? And that a new subscription can earn them 5 to 20% back based on the amount that they have on subscription. And that you also get free products, you guys. That's, an incredible gift, right? Free products that will, again, give them another experience with an incredible product that will deliver results. So the education comes as a part of affiliate training for me, and they set up their own subscription, get those products, and then upgrade everybody else they come across. So I make sure they know there's no obligation, right? And that's really important to talk about. Don't let it be the white elephant in the room, right? Like you said, no one wants that icky feeling. But make sure to explain every discount, all the freebies, plus the free products. Maybe show them before and afters, some of the free products that we're getting every single month, right? So again, triple win, right?
That is so great. Well, and I feel like a lot of people, maybe at this point, if your organization doesn't understand how to do subscription, at this point, you guys have completely enlightened them on how to do subscription. Anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, I think the key is the education piece and taking the time to train somebody new on your team about the benefits around subscription, because bulk kits plus transition can be huge in up-leveling that experience for somebody brand new, right? So adding on to their own personal experience so that they can share that with every other life that they touch.
Great. What about for you, Tara?
So at the beginning of every month, Julie and I have planning sessions for the month with each of the girls on our team. And we set goals that include team goals, we have personal sales volume goals, we have trip point goals, we have new letter of intent goals, and then we have subscription goals. So we go over their current number of subscriptions that they had from the previous month, and then we set a goal for new subscriptions for them. We are always looking to add new subscriptions. And these can be any type of subscription, but right now we're running with what is hot, and that's the new biome. When Meta becomes available next month, we'll be focusing on that. So these goals should be written down every single month, and they need to be put somewhere that you can see them so that you're focusing on that every single day. If you have a team, you can create an incentive or a contest for your team, which is always fun. It can be one that rewards the first person that gets to 10 subscriptions, or you could do for every person that gets to 10 subscriptions that month, however you want to set it up. We have a group chat in Messenger where we also go and help one another out. It's a place where we go if anybody has any questions that come up. We share what's working and maybe what isn't. We come up with messages that we can send to customers and wording. We do team Zooms as well. Anything really to stay connected with your team will help. And we've talked about it, if you don't have a team, then be your team until they show up. Reach out to your upline. Your upline is here to help. They want to help. So when I started this business, I knew nothing. Ask Julie. I would message her 5 or 6 times a day about toothpaste because that was the only thing I sold for the first 6 months I was in the business. And I don't know how many questions one person can have about toothpaste, but a lot, apparently. So the point is your coach is here to help. They want to help. So whatever you don't know, they can teach you. All you have to do is ask. It's also worth mentioning that if someone cancels their subscription, we don't want to just ignore it. We're going to reach out to that person and we're going to ask them why they canceled. I have a slide, just a quick, maybe I didn't have a slide for this one. Just send them a quick message. Hi Sally, I just got a notice that you canceled your subscription and I wanted to make sure everything was okay. And this lets them know that you care about them. I know it's part of providing good customer service. And don't be afraid to ask. I mean, most people will tell you exactly why they canceled. If it was something about the product, then we can help to manage their expectations. If it's a financial issue, which a lot of the time it is, you can help them think of alternatives. Have you ever thought about sharing products to make some extra money? So train yourself to find solutions for your customers. You never know where it will lead. And additionally, it helps to set up a group chat for every subscription group that you have. So I have one for collagen, I have one for New Biome, I have one for Meta. These can get a little bit tricky the bigger they get. They're maxed out at 100, but most people don't want 100 messages from everybody blowing up their phone. But I do go into that chat at least once a month, and I see how everyone is doing. I make sure they're using their products and let them know what the free product of the month is. And this keeps them connected, not just to each other, but to me. And they like to know that they're part of a group.
That's great. Okay, before we go into the next question, let's ask the audience. How many of you are going to pick a gold product to set, as a challenge or to help your team to focus on a product? Raise your hand. Like 3 people here. Good job for those 3. I'm kidding. Thank you. Okay, that's great. The other thing is the team, like everyone's worked so hard, right, to get customers. And I think what you guys mentioned, it is the best way to retain a customer is actually through subscription, because it creates a win-win situation. And also all the extra love and care that you guys are giving them. So the last question that I'm going to ask pretty much is, do you create challenges or incentives for subscription within your organization? How do you keep your organization motivated to do subscription?
Yes, awesome. So absolutely. And a challenge will go out each month based on the number of subscriptions that somebody's goal is, right? So there's gonna be different goals for different people, but like Tara was saying, when you hit 10 or everybody that hits 10, we definitely have incentives for hitting those. Because a goal without measurement or accountability or incentive, is less likely to happen. So this cultivates a healthy environment where there's challenge, but to motivate and sustain these organizations and build upon that subscription foundation month over month, right? So that you've got things that you did last month that are rolling forward month after month. And I think it should go with mention too. I'll reach out when somebody's subscription is on hold, right? And so the same deal, they'll usually tell you exactly why, or they might not have known and their credit card expired. Worth following up, right? So building that strong subscription forward customer base, teaching the team to follow up, and then incentivizing them around it with rewards within your team. Our compensation plan alone can be enough of an incentive, which is so cool with what we have with the velocity compensation. But having team incentives also help.
That is great. Thank you so much. All right, I don't know, Tara, do you want to add anything to that?
I think we covered it all. We covered setting it up. We covered if it gets canceled or gets put on hold. So you just want to stay connected to your customers, the most important thing. That relationship is most important.
That's great. Okay, the next question is the final question. So take notes again. So we're gonna go again with Tara and Asira in that order. Through what channels do you offer subscriptions? VIP groups, IG stories, personal DM, text. How do you offer that subscription? What channels do you use?
So we use all channels really to offer subscriptions. For me, I post on my main Facebook page, I post in my VIP group, I use Instagram, I'm learning Instagram, but I use it mainly for stories. And then I send private messages through Messenger. I have pre-written messages for popular products. So when somebody inquires about the collagen, for instance, then I have a collagen message that I will send them. Every once in a while, I will talk about subscriptions, like on a post or in a video. But for me, I leave most of those details to private messages. I think sometimes it's a little bit too much information for a public post. We don't want someone to read a post that they might not understand and make a decision just based on that. We want to connect with that customer. Some of us have been in the business for a while, so just think back to when you first started and how you knew absolutely nothing. This is where our customer is coming from. So keep your messages simple. For your pages and your posts, you can describe the product, you can share your personal testimony, use your before and after picture, and then let them come to you for more information. Again, just remember that this business is about developing relationships. And how do we do that? We build trust with our customers. We answer the questions that they have, and we address their concerns, and then we offer them solutions. We give them options, and then we offer them choices. And most of this takes place in Messenger, not on a public page. So just think of this like a 3-course meal. First, you're engaging, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, but you're interacting with them in order to develop that relationship and to build that trust. That's like the appetizer. And then you move on to the main course, which is dinner. So this is where you get into Messenger and you give them the pricing, you give them the options, you actually sell them the product. And finally, the best part is dessert, which is setting them up on a subscription. So we want to create that full restaurant experience for our customers so that no one leaves hungry. And we do that by building our relationships and engaging with our customers outside of just product posts. We develop that trust and we offer those solutions. We give them the options they're looking for. And then we sell them the product and convert them to a subscription.
Thank you. What about you?
That analogy, that makes me happy. Okay, so for me at the beginning, it was a phone call, you guys, because there was no Facebook 20 years ago. And I know, old school, right? But I could ask questions and hear what was going on, what were the biggest issues, what was going on in somebody's life, right? And where could I make recommendations to that effect? So there's still a lot of value in a phone call, I know. But I still use it. And this can also be done via audio clip now, right? Where you can send it through Messenger or an audio text. I will type it out in Messenger if someone needs to know the numbers and see clearly why and visualize why putting it on subscription makes simple sense, right? VIP groups for me offer an opportunity to cultivate that loyal customer experience and expose and upgrade. I've got, for example, for one product, College and Club, where people get freebies for being that club from me. Or birthday benefits, whatever that might look like. But bottom line, the platform doesn't matter as long as you're showing up and reaching out to that customer. So don't get overwhelmed of where do I need to be. Show up where your customer is, and that might be a phone call.
Yes, that is so important too. Well, I think all of you were able to learn. Thank you. I think you've been completely generous. You know how some people reach success and they don't want to share? I think they have been completely extremely